Hey everybody, it's Anna back with Unearthed Arcana, and we are here again with the Skyrim Wildlander Permadeath run, following the adventures of Imare, our two-handed focused Dunmer Nightblade skirmisher character. Also co-starring Griselda, our amazing, beautiful horse that we adopted from the Riften stables. Oh, what a sweet girl. I love the Wildlander retextures of horses. They look so cute. Just as a quick recap of last few times, so Imare is a career criminal from Morrowind, kind of a low-level petty gangster girl who's just looking to kind of make her own criminal enterprises. She was having some legal troubles in Morrowind though, so about, I want to say like 12 or 13 days ago, she crossed over the border from Morrowind into Skyrim down here in the lower right. And then since then, she's just been eliminating potential competitors along these sort of smaller bandit outpost areas. She got some items, she killed some people down in the Ratway who were potentially going to create some issues for her own criminal plans. She'd love to revive the Camonna Tong crime syndicate, which is this old TES3 Morrowind criminal group. She also killed some bandits over in Fort Greenwall, made a really good friend over in Shore's Stone, the burly, bearish blacksmith Filnyar. He's fantastic. We spent the night with him. It's totally fine, totally normal. And then after that, Imare headed over more towards this Western Rift area. She had an ill-conceived attempted robbery of the Redwater Skooma den, but didn't count on the vampiric security responding so quickly, so that didn't go well. Her exploits in these three bandit areas were a lot more effective, especially when she was splitting skulls with her warhammer. And then last episode, Imare dipped her toes into some treasure hunting. We went over to Shroud Hearth Barrow near Iverstead. And we were looking for some treasure there because we heard a treasure hunter had been exploring before he had gone missing. But in the course of those explorations, Imare not only had to fight a ton of just undead Draugr types, which is not the kind of enemy Imare really wants to be fighting, but she also got bounced around the final boss room after 4 Draugr Deathlords just kept continuously using Fusroda, Relentless Force, and just bouncing her into the wall. So Imare's got some serious concussive trauma as a result of this. Honestly, I'm sure this is not going to help her, like, violent mental health issues that she's already having, so we'll see how that plays out. Also, at the end of that, Imare did get some good treasure from the final treasure area, and found herself face-to-face with this super creepy obsidian semicircular wall with a glowing rune in it, and then as she was drawn closer to it, like a moth towards a candle, this Nordic choir just boomed out like all of Sovngarde was chanting for her. But the thing is, Imare doesn't give a fuck about any of that. Imare is tired of this heroic adventuring nonsense. That was super dangerous and super scary. Imare does not want to deal with any kind of heroics like that anymore. She wants to get back to her criminal basics. And that means murdering bandits and robbing people. So this episode's going to focus much more on those two things. As far as leveling goes, I did get another perk for her. She did hit level 10 at the end of the last episode, and then we got some extra experience points from training and from just basically selling a lot of the loot that we got from inside of the Barrow by Iverstead. It's been about 2 days, maybe, I forget, 1 or 2 days of in-game time since the last episode. And then no big changes to items. Imare is basically rocking the same loadout as before. So today, we're going to start by killing the bandit leader at Bthalft. We have 2 bounties on these bandits over here, and I see one of them in the distance. But Imare is also going to use her Detect Life spell. Ooh, there's like another one up there. Detect Life is such a cool spell. So Imare is just going to run over there and kill these bandits and steal their stuff. Then we're going to hit the road and head back to town, because I have some quests I want to do in Riften. But we're also going to have some fun on the road to town, because Imare has a new perk that she got in the as part of her level up, which is going to make it super fun to travel. Oh, this bandit already has seen me. Okay, let's close the distance on this archer. Archer's done. We got this guy here with a hammer. I thought I saw another one. I don't really want to fight this guy until I find the other one. Let's use some detect life. So this dude's over here. I don't know what is blowing up. This guy's kind of like confused. We're just gonna... Oh, that guy was honestly already kind of bloodied. Maybe that guy got wounded. Anyway, he was in panic and shock. Alright, let's go deal with this guy here. Obviously, bandits are just really not a significant threat for us anymore. But we're still gonna kill them. Let's do a little power attack contest here. You versus me, buddy. Oh, hell yeah. It's like one of those anime moments when you rush at people. Historically, that has not worked out super well for us, but worked out here. Okay, all the bandits are dead. Let's get Griselda back over here. My noble steed. Where is Griselda? Bah! She's up here. How'd that happen? Griselda's so magical. Not only can she walk up basically vertical walls, but she also can just teleport behind me. What a great horse. This was worth all of the 6,000 septims that I paid to adopt her. Okay. Ooh, maybe there was... Ooh, this is a Roman. Ha ha ha. Nope. This is a Imperial legionnaire. Looks like all of his... Might have wandered over this way and gotten hurt. Maybe that's why that other bandit was wounded. Anyway, we're gonna take all this stuff over here and we're just gonna sell all the weapons and armor to the blacksmith who's over at the Imperial camp over there. Okay. And then we're just gonna use our little hunting knife trick to power attack and move a little quicker. Honestly, I probably did this in the wrong order. I could have done this a lot more efficiently. But our little hunting knife trick is still really solid. Okay. I also recommend when you're looting stuff, just a quick note about looting. Anytime you see these kind of barrels that have the animated lid on the top, I would check those because they can often contain alchemy ingredients. Like, not always, but sometimes they do. Sometimes those ingredients can be pretty good. Oh my god, we got that on our first try. That's a miracle. We have historically really struggled with chests in this run. Oh, my bad, buddy. Imare is just like carving up bodies right now. Okay, let's hop on our horse. Then go sell some stuff at this Imperial camp. So we're at this ruins of Bthalft. Bthalft. I don't know how to pronounce that. That's a funny word. Bthalft. Anyway, we're at the ruins of Bthalft. Imare doesn't give a shit about all the Dwemer implications of that ruin. Like I said, she's done with this kind of high-level heroic stuff for now. She just wants to make money and have a good time, not risk her life fighting undead people in this ancient burial ground. But next to Bthalft is the Rift Imperial camp, and just kind of a nice note for people who are doing Wildlander playthroughs. You should always check these out because sometimes they have magical items. Yeah, like they have, he's got 2 bows right now. Ooh, that's a fantastic item. Holy crap. Oh, we're definitely gonna buy this. Okay, that changes everything. Honestly, this is a pretty cool item too. I might buy both of these. Like, this might help us later. Alright, we're gonna buy a bunch of stuff here. Never mind. This was a really good stop. I'm really glad I stopped here. Okay, let's get the amulet off of Griselda. Our amulet of Zenithar, which improves our buy and sell prices.
Take a look.
And let's just buy a bunch of stuff from this guy. Oh my god, he's walking away. I bet you anything that if this guy gets too far away from me, this inventory is going to close. We're just going to follow him.
How'd you end up here?
This is the advantages of unpaused menus. The disadvantages I think everyone saw in the last episode, where the unpaused menus meant that I had to run around while trying to pick up my stupid disarmed sword. That was an absolute nightmare. Alright, we have a ton of money now, so we can definitely buy this. So we're going to buy... First, we're going to sell our scaled helmet, because we're not going to be using that anymore. Then we're going to buy the scaled helmet of water breathing. More of just the utility. Yo, dude, back up. Ugh, I guess I can buy from this guy while they're having a conversation. This is just more of a utility helmet. I'd like to have this as we do more exploration. This is the item I really want, because this means my magicka regeneration won't tank while I'm running around. So this is a fantastic pickup. I've kind of been looking for something like this. Let's get that equipped. Yeah, still looks totally fine aesthetically. And it lets us keep our focus while we're running, so we'll be able to keep our magicka regeneration going, which is really good for our kind of mid-range skirmishing build. Okay, so a little bit of a detour there, and honestly a lot more downtime than I would typically record, but that actually worked out really well because they had really sweet items there. Nice little weather we're having out here in the Rift. Okay, so I'm gonna head towards the road, and here's what we're gonna do. So Imare, when she leveled up last time, she got a perk in Pickpocket. I am super excited for this. Imare doesn't actually have any levels in Pickpocket, but she's like trying to figure out how to do this. So Pickpocket, for those of you who haven't played around with it in Wildlander and Requiem, you really can't do... God, it got really dark all of a sudden. Okay, we're still gonna go back. We'll just turn our kind of puny little lantern on as we make this trip. So Pickpocket, without a perk in Wildlander Requiem, it's like literally impossible to do it. But we have the perk now, so we'll have about a like 50 to 75% chance to steal simple items like gold and keys and gems, then a lower chance to steal heavier stuff like weapons. This is going to be fantastic for Imare though, because like I said, Imare is kind of returning to her crime roots at this point and staying away from scary word walls and Draugr death lords. Like there's no profit in that, there's just a ton of risk. Maybe there is some profit, but the profit to risk reward is not ideal for her. Imare just wants to make a quick buck and satisfy her bloodlust, not get bounced around a stone room by Draugr death lords. Ooh, there's a fight over there. We're gonna keep going nice and slow and pick through the spoils of that. Anyway, so now that Imare has Pickpocket, what we're going to be doing is anytime she comes across people, especially if they're like out here alone on the road, she's going to probably try to pick their pocket and steal their stuff. If it fails, then I think that pickpocket attempt is going to quickly turn into like a robbery. It's going to go from a non-violent crime to an incredibly violent one in about 2 seconds. But if she succeeds, that's cool. Then she'll get to level up her pickpocket skill, get some cool items, and start fulfilling some requirements to join the Thieves Guild, because she needs pickpocketing to join the Thieves Guild. That's a additional Wildlander mod. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop recording and just continue to travel Imare down this road at a faster pace, and then I will pick up recording if I run into a traveler on the road. So that way we could see what happens when Imare comes face to face with them. Oh my god, I spoke too soon. Look at this traveler coming towards us. Ah, this is amazing. Okay, before we do anything, we have to make a potion that I totally forgot about. So we have Nordic barnacles and slaughter fish eggs in our inventory, and if you combine those two, it makes a fortified pickpocket potion, which I really think is funny because slaughter fishes and Nordic barnacles are like these really like cute, creepy aquatic creatures, and I love the thought of these little creepsters helping me pick people's pockets. Okay, first thing we're gonna do is just do a quick detect life to make sure. Oh, there's a whole bunch of people up ahead. I'm really glad I did that. Ugh, and it's like soldiers. Let's see if we can delay this guy.
I'm on my way to Windhelm to join up with the Stormcloaks. Ulfric has the right of it.
Oh my god, so this dude's also a racist.
I may have roots in Cyrodiil, but Skyrim's as much my home as any Norse.
I'm just gonna keep talking to this guy. Here, tell me more about your home.
Shambles. They've banned the worship of Talos.
Did they? Why'd they do that? No, don't go anywhere. We don't want you to get close to the guard.
I may have roots in Cyrodiil, but Skyrim's as much my home as any Norse.
Yeah, I think those soldiers are gone now. Yeah, they're much, much further away. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna pick this guy's pocket, which hopefully does not trigger. Oh gosh, he only has this dagger. Let's try to pick it. Oh, that didn't work. Alright, our pickpocket attempt has quickly become a robbery. Alright, well that didn't work out super well for him. Let's make sure those soldiers didn't see that. I don't think they did. Ugh, okay, well Imare's first pickpocket attempt did not go super well, which is too bad because that pickpocket potion should have helped a little bit, but I don't know. I guess this guy was a little buff. Or not buff. I guess this guy didn't have any gold on him or something like that. I don't know what to do with this body. Ooh, I think you know what we are gonna do? Imare might go back to her strange compulsion of stealing people's shoes when she murders them. Oh my god, that's really dark. Are we gonna do that? I think we are gonna do that. Alright, we're gonna leave all this guy's stuff on him, except we're going to remove his shoes and just leave him barefoot and bleeding in the road. Oh god. This is some really warped serial killer stuff. Imare can't explain why she does some of her actions. It just feels right to her. I'm also going to favorite these boots, then put them on the horse, so that way it can distinguish in the horse's inventory about which boots are going to be sold and which ones are trophies of Imare's kills. Oh, Jesus. Okay, this run just took a really dark turn. It's like super rainy. Imare just got her head and her brain bounced around after all that time fighting the Draugr Death Lords. Just killed some bandits, and she just had this idea. She's like, remember that time I murdered someone and took their shoes? I'm doing that again. Oh god, now her MO is like, it's taking form. Alright, well, I'm gonna stop recording for now, and we'll just see if Imare can get from here to Riften without running into any other poor, helpless victim travelers. If she does run into more people, I'll start recording again, so that way we can see what happens. It's probably gonna be really bad. But otherwise, we'll just rejoin her at the... Honestly, I'll probably just rejoin... If I don't run into anybody, we'll just rejoin her back in Riften. She'll probably make a stop at the inn or something just to grab some food before bed, and we might be able to pick some quests up there. So hang tight, and I'll either see you at the inn in Riften or on the road where Imare meets more victims. Oh god. This might be too dark and weird to post, but we'll see. Okay, hang on. We'll be back. Okay, we are back, and we're not quite at Riften yet. We're actually only about here after leaving the crossroads here. But we just came across this citizen standing out here alone in the dark in the middle of the night. So obviously we're going to go pick this guy's pocket. I'm also going to grab some of these alchemy ingredients. Come back here, bug. I think we got it. Anyway, along the road to get to this point, we encountered a whole bunch of wolves that tried to eat Griselda and I. I grabbed a point in speech, less so for the prices, but more so I could do some persuasion and intimidation. I also think I'm going to start doing a little bit more roleplay with Imare, just because we're at that point in the run where we're going to be talking with more people, especially now that we're like robbing people on the roads. So because of that, I'm going to be doing a little bit more role-playing and voice acting with Imare. So we'll do a little bit with our Khajiit friend over here. We'll see how that goes, and we'll see what we end up doing with this guy. Kind of take this nice and casual at first. Good evening there, friend. Whoa, easy there, friend. No need to be alarmed. My horse just got tired. It was quite rainy outside, and we thought we'd stop here for a moment, maybe join you, looking at this gorgeous evening sky. How's your evening going?
My wishes you well.
It's kind of an odd response. I wish you well as well. My name's Imare. What brings you out here on a night like this?
Maik loves the people of Skyrim. Many interesting things they say to each
This
other.
is a strange dude. I don't know what's going on with this guy. Okay, let's do like a quick little witness check. I don't see any witnesses around here. Let's do a little frisk. Ah, okay. This guy's like a skooma addict. That's why he's probably being so weird with us. Okay, well obviously we're going to try to pick this guy's pocket. I don't think Imare like necessarily wants to kill this guy. But she will if she has to.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Don't worry, friend. I was just leaning down to grab some flowers. I'm an alchemist by trade. Honestly, Imare probably shouldn't be giving all this information to this guy. She's like giving this guy her name and everything. Let's try to steal his skooma. Yoink. Ooh, we got the first one. Hee. Okay, 1 for 1. The exhilaration of gambling with pickpocketing is really fun. Let's go 2 for 2. 2 for 2.
Enough!
Aw, hell, that didn't work. Alright, the pickpocket attempt has quickly become a murder. Yes, yes, fall beneath my blade. Oh dear. With this character's death, the thread of prophecy is severed. Restore a save game to restore the weave of fate or persist in the doom world. You know what? This is the kind of philosophical, magical thread of prophecy nonsense that Imare just doesn't give a shit about anymore. She's just gonna rob this guy's Skooma. We're gonna leave all of his stuff, except of course we're going to steal his booties. Another victim. More trophies for the collection. Oh god. Poor Griselda's like carrying all these boots too. She has no idea. She's like, oh, Mama went off to fight someone. I'm sure they were bad. Mama only kills bad people. Little does she know. She's like an accessory to a serial killer. Okay, well that's probably the last person we're going to encounter on the road from this point to Riften, because there's a bunch of guards along here, and like I said earlier, Imare is not quite crazy enough to kill people with guards watching. So I'm going to turn in those Anuriel bounty quests, sell some of the stuff that we got, and not our boots though. Our boots are trophies. That's why they're starred. They're in the trophy collection. And then tomorrow morning I'll rejoin everybody, probably somewhere in Riften or around Riften after I've picked up a few quests. So we'll be right back. Ah, a beautiful day in Riften, a beautiful day for crime and serial killing. So last night, Imare turned in her quests to Anuriel, and while talking with Anuriel, I got a random bit of dialogue that's one of my favorite hooks in the game. Anuriel's the steward for Layla Lawgiver, and she made some comment, Layla Lawgiver made some comment about how there's a Skooma problem in Riften. And Anuriel assures her that there's no problem, it's just like fake news spread by the Empire to undermine the confidence of the Riften people, and the Jarl's like, oh sure, that makes perfect sense, and just goes back to her business. But that little hook is a great way for your character to learn about the Skooma issue in Riften, and probably start asking around and getting some questions and learning a little bit more about what's happening. So those questions have led Imare down to the docks. There aren't any other great hooks for this Skooma quest we're about to do. Like, there's a note that's over, like, by the entrance to Riften. Like, if you were to go in through the north gate over here, there's a note on a barrel right when you walk in called Skooma Note if you open it in the console. And it's a brief one-sentence note about meeting a Skooma dealer behind the Temple of Mara. And I really wish that that note were to be rewritten to kind of guide you towards this quest more specifically. So that might be some feedback I give the Wildlander team. I'm just going to say that Imare learned about this after like asking some people in the inn. Speaking of the inn though, while we were there last night, we also talked with a gentleman who was totally not a criminal, totally not suspicious, named Louis Latruche. And he wants me to assist him with a business transaction he has with Sibbi Black Briar. Sibbi Black Briar is obviously the son of Maven Black Briar, and Imare has heard in passing about the Black Briars being a big crime family. So we're going to do that after we do this Skooma quest. So first we're going to hop into the Riften fishery here. Imare is going to start asking the go-to people. So we know out of character that the person you have to talk with is Wujita, and there's no way to know that in character. You would just have to literally talk to everybody down by the docks. So maybe in a future version of Wildlander there will be a better hook for it. So Imare is just going to chat with her. We're not going to be particularly subtle about this. Imare is not exactly the subtle type. She's just kind of like a violent brute. Hello there, ma'am. You must be Wujita.
Please help me. I'm going to lose my job at the Riften fishery.
Oh, that sounds terrible. How might I be able to help you?
My job at the Riften fishery is in danger. The owner, Bolly, said that if I show up for work in this condition one more time, then I'm out. I don't mean to do this to myself, but I can't help it.
Of course
I
not.
tried some Skooma a year ago.
Oh dear,
and ever since then,
Skooma.
I can't stop.
You don't say.
If you could give me a healing potion, I could cleanse this poison from my body and get back to my life.
I like to think that, like, kind of out of character that Wujita knows that this healing potion is not actually going to cure her of skooma. She's just like trying to bum a healing potion off of you for another reason. You also, if you want to do this quest, you need to buy a potion of healing, crude or decent or something like that, or get that off of a bandit. You can't craft a healing potion for this, or it won't register as completing the quest. So I bought a potion of healing crude, or maybe I had one in my inventory. So we're just going to give that to her right now and get the rest of this quest. Of course, Miss Wujita. I'm happy to help. Here's one potion for you right now. I happen to have one right on my person.
Your kindness will never be forgotten. Here, take this. It's all I can offer you for what you've given me.
Oh, that's very kind. What did she give us? She gave us a gold onyx ring. Interesting. Huh. Well, we're not done with her. Excuse me, Wujita. If I might have a moment of your time, there's actually another matter you might be able to help me with.
Your kindness will never be forgotten.
It's very kind of you to say. Tell me, where exactly does the skooma come from in town?
I'm not sure what it's made from, but I can tell you that once
See,
you've had a
Imare is
taste,
just trying to
you'll
get a
never
line on
crave anything
Wujita's
else.
source right here, and Wujita's
Dunmer
trying to
came
play
up with
dumb
stuff
and like
a
talk
long
about the
time
chemistry
ago.
and everything,
Very
but Imare is
illegal
on
and
to
very
her.
hard to
Imare is
come
going to get
by.
this source,
I
even if
got
she has
mine
to
off a
resort to
merchant ship in
less
solitude.
pleasant
Worst
measures.
mistake I ever made.
That's fascinating, but I wasn't really asking for an alchemy lesson, my dear. I'm more interested in who you get the skooma from.
Look, I don't think I should say. I mean, they could kill me.
Maybe, but they're not here to kill you. I, however, am right here, and who says I won't?
Okay, I'll tell you. I get my skooma from Sarthis Idren. He has some sort of a setup over the
Sarthis
Riften warehouse.
Idren.
You
It's a
can't get
Dunmer
inside,
name.
though. They've kept that place locked up tight since the war began.
Interesting. Who has a key to the warehouse?
I overheard Bolli say that only the Jarl carries the key to the warehouse. When I meet Sarthis there, he's usually waiting for me outside with his bodyguard.
Interesting. Well, thank you for your help, Wujita. I'm glad that we were able to resolve this without any unpleasantness. What exactly will you do now?
If it wasn't for Skooma, I'd already be on my way out of this horrible
God,
city.
skooma and drugs are really bad even in
All
the
my
Skyrim
gold,
world.
completely
Not that
gone.
Imare has
Now
any
I have to
insight
start
into
over.
this, and it's just
I'll
like
never
the
use
wheels
skooma
are
again,
turning about how
although
she
I
can
suppose it
hijack
will
this
mean now and
operation
then
for her
pretty
own
harmless.
profit. Oh my god, I love how she's like,
Until our next
I'm done with
meeting,
skooma,
friend.
but don't worry, I'm just gonna switch over to mead. Okay, so Wujita tells you that you have to go get the key from the Jarl. I think it's also pretty strongly implied that the Jarl is like highly knowledgeable about this skooma operation, because first she asks Anuriel, her steward, if there's a skooma operation. And Anuriel is like, oh, no, there's not. And she's like, okay, cool. But then when you ask Anuriel, or Layla Lawgiver right now, as we're about to do, about the skooma operation, she's immediately going to be like, oh yeah, I've heard about that. And here's the key to the warehouse. I'm the only person who has it. I swear I have nothing to do with this. Anyway, who knows if this business transaction with her and Sarthis Idren, the skooma dealer, just went sour, but let's see if we can help out. Greetings, Jarl Layla. I'm a newcomer to your city, and I have some information that I think you very much would like to hear.
What can I do for you?
I've been speaking with some people down at the docks, and I've discovered that there's a skooma dealer in Riften.
Yes, I'm afraid we're aware of Sarthis' presence in the warehouse.
LOL, this is exactly what I mean. So last night she's like, skooma dealer in Riften, that's fake news. And now she's like, oh, Sarthis, we're on a first name basis, and I have the only key to his base of operations. Well, my Jarl, it sounds like you're asking for some help, and if that is in fact the case, then sure, I'll do it.
Excellent. Here, this is the key to the warehouse. See if you can drop in on this dealer of poison and convince him to close down his operation permanently.
Convince him to do so permanently, you say? Happy to assist.
Good journey to you.
Okay, I like how Maven Black Briar is just freely wandering out of the back chambers of the Jarl's area. Anyway, this just kind of further confirms my theory that Layla knows what's going on with Sarthis, because you don't even tell her the name. You just say, hey, I've heard there's a skooma dealer, and she's like, oh yeah, Sarthis. You know, last night she's denying she even knew about it. Now she's on a first name basis with this guy, and she just so happens to be the only person with the key to his operation. Anyway, Imare is totally fine with all that graft going on. Especially if Imare can get in on it. But for now we're just going to go convince Sarthis to cease his operations. So this quest can be a little tricky with a light armor character, because what happens is, let me grab this moss really quick. The moment you open this door, his bodyguard will aggro you, and generally he'll attack you as the area is loading, and you can just die depending on what weapons he has. There's also some little skooma right here, just a little cool detail. I think the guard is going to come over here and bother me. Let me make sure. Ugh, we are observed by the guard. I'm going to wait a second because I don't want the guard to come in here with me. But I'm going to grab the skooma. Anyway, the area will load in before it actually renders on your screen, and then in that window the bodyguard might have a two-handed weapon and he can power attack and kill you before you have a chance to see him or react, because the area is just not loaded yet. So the way we resolve this, and this is true in some other small areas as well, what you can do is create a potion of invis or hotkey one that you already have. Let me see if I can make another one. I'd love to have a second. Okay, I can. Okay, so let's make a potion of invis. We already had one, but now we have two. And then I'm going to hotkey this to hotkey 6 as our utility potion. Make sure the guard's not observing me, and he's not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this door, and right after the door opens, I'm going to drink the potion, and you'll hear it swig down right as the door opens, and then I'll be invisible when I'm inside, and this guy won't attack me. Okay, so let's do this. So we're going to go activate, and then potion. Okay, perfect. So potion is on. And you can see, I never knew what that sound is. It's really alarming. Anyway, you can see this dude is just like right there. So if we load it into this area and this guy attacks us, he can just kill us in one hit. Or at least get us down really low before we can do anything. Anyway, we're going to kill this guy. Then we're going to go kill his boss here, and we'll see what's going on inside. Okay, that dude's done. I don't know where his boss is. I thought his boss was over here, but maybe not. Well, I guess his boss is downstairs. Okay, so here's Sarthis Idren. Sarthis is a fellow Dunmer. Sometimes this guy has really good equipment, but it looks like now that's not the case. I don't know why this guy isn't swinging. There we go. Boop.
We're routed! Fall back!
Okay, let's kill that guy before he runs outside, because that is literally what he's about to do. Okay, so that's the end of Sarthis and his crew. This is fantastic for Imare, because this is probably going to be Imare's new base of operations. We'll grab the steel plate gauntlets, but again, sometimes this guy can have a whole bunch of steel stuff. Unfortunately, most stuff in here is marked as owned. So if you're a non-criminal character trying to loot anything in here, you're gonna just probably get a huge accrual of stolen goods, and then you'll lock yourself out from shrines. This is obviously not a problem for Imare, but it could definitely be a problem for a character who's not involved in crime. Heading down here, there's two little details that are really cool. The first is there's a furniture workbench here, and you can make all sorts of really cool things here for your home or for whatever little base camp you set up. I'm particularly fond of making these child practice dummies, so that way you can make little training camps wherever you go. It's also worth checking these kind of lighter barrels, the ones that have the animated lid, because some of them can have alchemy ingredients. But ignoring that, let's go straight to Sarthis' room back here, and there's a ton of skooma and moon sugar, and Imare is just going to steal all of this. Again, it's all marked as owned, So just be careful that if you're playing a good character, that you don't take all this stuff and then suddenly find yourself unable to pray at a shrine. Okay, and then we got shipments ready, and we'll have to open that and actually look it over in order for the next quest thing to trigger. So I just realized my HUD is on. I'm not sure when I did that, but that should not be on. Okay, and then this can actually become a base of operations for you, because you can rest and wait in here. Or you can, maybe you can't rest in here. It says I'm not supposed to be here. Ugh, that's too bad. I thought you could rest in here. Anyway, you could store stuff in here because these crates are secure containers. But I guess you can't rest in here. Maybe there's a way to fix that in the console, but I'm not sure. Anyways, that's the end of Sarthis. We'll also steal his slaughterfish. Get some scales from that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to head back to... We're going to do two things. We're going to head back to Layla Lawgiver and let her know that Sarthis has been taken care of, but we also have a lead on where his supplier is. Imare obviously has her own ulterior motives for going after the supplier, because she would love to muscle in on this Skooma operation and take it over as her own. And then while we're over at the keep, we'll also do this next segment of the Promises to Keep quest, because that's going to involve us going to the jail and talking to Sibbi Black Briar. But first let's go talk to this super corrupt Jarl who very obviously knows about the drug dealer that we just murdered. Also definitely not going to take the shoes of those two people, because otherwise people are going to know exactly who did that.
Anuriel, would you please stop declaring that the city is safe for the Jarl to roam?
People are just interrupting me.
Both know that
Greetings, my Jarl. I have good news for you.
What can I do for you?
Sarthis Idren has been taken care of.
It's nice to receive good news for a change. Did you recover anything else from the warehouse worth mentioning?
I did, in fact. I found a note, apparently from his supplier. I think I've discovered the source of the skooma.
Then there's no time to lose. It won't take long for Sarthis' associates to learn of his death. The source of the poison must be destroyed once and for all. Otherwise, another dealer will simply take his place. Do this task for me, and you'll be well on your way to a title in Riften.
A title in Riften. My, that does sound enticing. I'll make sure it's done.
Good. Report back to me when your task is complete. Good journey to you.
Okay, this is very solid. So at this point in time, Imare is maybe like able to get a little niche in this area.
Welcome to Mistvale Keep.
I just wanted to chat with her really quickly because sometimes she'll give us another bandit bounty. Okay, so the next stop we're going to make before we actually do this drug dealer quest, that's going to take us to Cragslane Cavern, which is over here. It's kind of north of Shore's Stone. But before we do the skooma thing, I do, while I'm here at the keep, want to head over to Riften Jail and go talk with Mr. Sibbi Black Briar so we can advance Promises to Keep. As far as items go, I don't think we're okay on carry weight. We're a little low on health, but I'm not super worried about it. Yeah, I'm not super worried about it. Ugh, Imare does not like going into jails voluntarily, but unfortunately in this case she kind of has to, so we're just going to walk in here like we know what we're doing.
Hey, you're not supposed to be down here. Official business only.
Oh, I apologize, sir. I'm actually a friend of Sibbi Black Briar's, so it's fine. I'm allowed to be here.
Oh, my mistake then. Sorry, you can go on ahead.
Ugh, I love Riften guards. They're just like not very bright. They're just gonna like let me walk in here totally unescorted. There's like this random dwarven mace just lying on the ground that I'm probably gonna steal. I don't actually know where Sibbi Black Briar is though. I might ask this guy and see if he knows. Pardon me, Sarah. Do you know where exactly Sibbi Black Briar's cell is?
Wait, I know you.
Aw, fuck. Aw, hell, I have a bounty? No. You're making a mistake, sir. We've never met before in my life.
The only mistake was
God
you showing
damn
your
it.
face.
Ugh,
You've committed crimes against Skyrim and her people.
Oh god, I hope
It's
this
time to
isn't
face
for a
the
murder.
Jarl's justice.
Okay. I guess if it's just 250 gold, that's not that bad. Ugh, I don't think we have any big stolen stuff on us, but we might lose some of the skooma and moon sugar that we stole from Sarthis. I confess, I do have a bit of small bounty, and you did indeed catch me, so yes, I'll pay off my bounty if that works for you.
Good enough. I'll just confiscate any stolen goods you're carrying, then you're free to go.
Ugh.
All right then.
Frickin' cops. This is why you don't talk to the police. You just never know. I think... I guess my moon sugar is still there, and so is my skooma. Oh, maybe I didn't take anything. Okay, let's just not talk to any more guards. We weren't necessarily going to steal stuff from these people, but now we are definitely 100% going to steal stuff from these people. Especially if they're going to let us walk into their secure facility without a visitor. So we're going to go swipe that. See if there's anything else. Sometimes these swords can have a leveled sword there. Ooh, what do we got here? A little bit of gold. I'm gonna steal that potion. Steal this gold. Steal that gold. Steal more gold. Another potion. Steal some soul gems. Ooh, I think this is a black soul gem. Ah, it is a black soul gem. It's empty though. This chest here, we could open it, but it's the prisoner belonging chest, so this is currently going to be empty. If you were to get arrested, your stuff would get here, and if you broke out, you would end up down here in this little sewer area, and you could pick the key, or pick the lock. And then this chest here, we just can't open yet, it's a bit too high skill. Anyway, now that we've stolen from the guards, let's kind of look around, see where Sibbi is. He's on this floor. Oh yeah, here he is. Look at this kingpin. I guess he's not that much of a kingpin because mommy threw him in jail. He was misbehaving, so he's getting put in timeout. And just look at this guy. This dude just looks like a real piece of work. Honestly, this is the kind of criminal asshole that Imare has probably super got a thing for. Okay, let's see how this interaction goes. Hello there, handsome. You must be Sibbi Black Briar.
Well, aren't you a sight for sore eyes?
Oh god, this guy is so horrible.
Always got time for lovely ladies.
Yeesh. This is just like such an archetype, this kind of like horrible guy who's like a criminal and he's just like treats women super, super badly. This is the kind of like asshole fuckboy who like cruises around at midnight in his Tesla truck trying to pick people up. Good to meet you as well, my friend. Tell me, what's a dashing, successful man like you doing in jail?
Look, we all have our flaws. Mine is that women can't get enough of me. So I had this little affair going on while I was
oh my
betrothed.
god.
A beautiful girl named Sibbi. Well,
This
finds
guy
out
is such a
tells her
creeper.
brother Wolfer that her brother attacks me with a knife. I mean, I had to defend myself.
Oh yeah, that makes perfect sense. You're like the son of the most powerful person in this hold, and you defended yourself against someone who attacked you, and you ended up in jail. I'm sure that's what happened. Imare is, of course, going to play along with this, though. Oh dear, so it was merely a case of self-defense, and you got arrested for his murder?
Exactly. Now I have to stare at these bars for 8 months. Can you believe it? I was about to let that wench marry into the richest family in Riften.
What an odious person.
This is how she repays me. I'd do anything to have that whore's head on a
Yikes.
platter. All I need to know is where she is.
Oh my god, this guy is awful. He's like trying to hire Imare for his like domestic violence murder for hire plot. I don't think Imare is down with that. Like Imare is down for all sorts of fucked up shit, but that's not something she's going to be interested in. Especially not with this asshole. I think she is going to make fun of him. Make fun of this guy, though. Well, it looks like behind bars you're going to have quite a bit of trouble finding her. Good luck finding her from in here.
Amusing.
Let's learn more about this guy's family, too. I think it's good for Imare to learn in character about the Black Briars. Tell me a bit more about your family, Sibbi. I know that the Black Briars, their name carries quite a bit of weight in town.
When speaking of the Black Briars, only one thought should spring to mind. We are not to be trifled with. Help us, you end up rich. Cross us, and you'll end up a memory. Is that enough information for you?
I love how this guy likes to posture about his family name when he's just like in jail because mommy gave him a little spanking. Let's get to business though. Yes, I am aware of the Blackbriar's influence in the region, and in fact, I'm here on behalf of someone who has a business transaction that he wants to complete with you. I was sent by Louis Latruche.
Ah, and let me guess. He wants his horse. Well, that's going to be a bit of a problem. See, I don't really outright own Frost.
Of course this guy doesn't own the horse. He's just like engaged in his own little familial criminal dealings. Wait a moment. You don't own the horse that you already sold to Latruche?
That is correct. See, Frost
He's
belongs
like,
to the
yeah,
Black
that's
Briar
exactly what I
estate.
said.
Technically, everything in the estate is owned by my mother, Maven. My plan was to take the horse from our lodge and deliver it to Latruche at the stables. Obviously, that didn't exactly work out as I'd planned.
Oh my god.
Still, I don't want to cross Latruche. Tell you what, steal the horse and deliver it, and you can have the second half of the payment.
This fucking guy, first off, like 2 minutes ago, he was telling me that, oh, hey, don't cross the Blackbriars or you'll end up a memory. And now he's like, hey, everything in this mansion is owned by my mother. I want you to steal her horse. I'm sure that'll work out well for you. We're gonna leverage this to our advantage here. That's certainly quite the plot you've concocted, Sibbi, and quite a role for me to play. You know, I bet Maven would pay me even more for this information.
Sure, take advantage of the guy in jail. Okay, fine, I can make
I
the
love
deal
shaking
sweeter.
this guy down.
Obviously don't have anything here, but there's a hidden stash in the lodge. And I did manage to hold on to the key.
I don't believe for a second
Take it.
that this guy doesn't have anything here. Like, this dude is just silver everywhere. Let's do a little frisk of this guy. This dude is such a liar. Like, he's got 72 gold on him and all. This is worth like hundreds of gold. I'm sure
Keep
he's
your hands to yourself.
gonna give me like 50 gold when I get to the mansion. You know, I do. Oh,
Well, aren't you a sight for sore
yes,
eyes?
yes. I'm sure
I've
you
always got time
use that line on
ladies.
everyone, considering you literally just used it on me. But I do have a question. If Maven already threw you in jail, why now are you trying to steal her horse?
I'm not stealing anything. Besides,
It's like,
some
I'm
jail
not
time
stealing
isn't gonna
anything.
make me
You're
roll
stealing
over
the
and play
horse.
dead.
Gosh, everyone knows this like kind of like
Visit me anytime.
horrible
I'm not going
criminal
anywhere
person
soon.
who's all about the technicalities. He's like, I didn't steal your Xbox, I just borrowed it to pawn it. Oh gosh. Okay, well, that dude's kind of the worst person ever. Let's get a little snacky here. Okay, well, let's get out of the jail. I think that's the last quest stage we need. Yeah, so now we gotta go do Promises to Keep. And then after Promises to Keep, we'll head north and go do Cragslane Cavern. And that'll probably be the last thing we do in this episode. So Cragslane Cavern is over here. Blackbriar Lodge is down here. So what we'll end up doing is just kind of skirting along this way towards Cragslane. There's also a little detour you might take here, and I'll show you a little location that's easy to get to at low levels and can give you some cool loot. So what I'm gonna do is... I'll just pop this potion now. Just kind of save us a little bit of time. Ooh, that's Maven Black Briar going into her house. Oh, interesting. Okay. Imare's got a plan that she's concocted. What if we tell Maven about this plan? Because obviously everyone said that Maven is the real power broker in town, and Sibbi's trying to pull a fast one on his mama after she put him in timeout. I wonder what Maven would actually pay for this info. Ooh, the door's open too.
Lost?
Who is this? Who just said this? I don't think it was this guy. Not sure. Anyway, there's Maven. We're gonna go chat with her. Pardon me, ma'am. You must be Maven Black Briar, is that correct?
I presume you're bothering me for a good reason.
Yes, it's the newcomer in town. I was just wanting to meet the power players, and your name carries quite a bit of weight in Riften.
Of course. Nothing gets done without my approval in this city. I have the Jarl's ear and the guards in my pocket.
Oh my god, she's such a
Anyone
boss
makes trouble
bitch.
for me and I pay a visit to the Thieves Guild. Make me angry and I contact the Dark Brotherhood.
God, she's just
You do well to
serious
remember that the next
Queen
time you
Bee
make a
vibes.
Stupid observation.
Imare really wants to be in this person's shoes. Imare's probably already got a plot to eventually supplant Maven, but for now I think Imare wants to get in good with her. Yes, I understand that you likely have quite a bit of power here. Are you aware, though, that there's a plot to steal your horse, Frost?
Don't tell me. Sibbi and Louis Latrush?
She's
Well,
like, my
Sibbi is in
fuck up
jail,
son, I
and
fucking
Latrush
knew it.
is certainly welcome to try. My hired help is more than a match for him.
Yes, I met with Latrush. He's not exactly the warrior type, but in point of fact, Latrush actually wants me to steal the horse.
Really? Now that is interesting. Then you should know that Louis and I have a certain history. Tell you what.
I wish I knew their
go
history.
along with his plans for now. I'll keep an eye on you both, and when the time is right, I'll settle.
Wonder if he's like Sibbi Black Briar's like love daddy. That'd be amazing. Okay, anyway, so Maven was pretty appreciative of this information. This servant is like, yo, who are you? You need to get out of my way, buddy. Ooh, who is this gal here? This guy needs to just chill out. Imare is totally fine just schmoozing with people for now. Ooh, there's also a little note here. I love reading little notes around people's houses. In this game, you always learn some cool info. Let's take a look. Lady Maven have made inquiries into the loss of your mead shipment. Grand Steward of Imperial City Trade. Okay, this just kind of is like a letter to show just how... Oh, where'd that lady go? I don't know where she went. Honestly, out of character, probably a good thing that Imare and Maven's psycho daughter don't actually get involved in anything, because that's a real nightmare match right there. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Let's see if there's any new quests here. I will grab these letter quests, because if these are quests for people that Imare is trying to get in good with, like the Black Briars, she might do them. Asbjorn, Fire Tamer. That dude sounds like a loser. We're definitely discarding that missive. Okay, what about this one? Drifa. This person doesn't even have a family name. Also a total loser. Discarded. If those quests were for someone like one of the Black Briars, then we'd probably talk with them. But we're not going to do that. So what we are going to do, though...
I don't know.
Whoa!
You and Riften looking
Who
for
is
trouble?
this guy? Ugh, it's funny that I've actually missed this trigger until now. I think it's because I've been mostly going in through the other side of the city. Well, honestly, it's a pretty good role-playing opportunity for Imare to kind of get to know Maul, who's another enforcer for Maven Black Briar. I'm not scared of you.
That's the wrong answer. Last thing the Blackbriars need around here is some troublemaker trying to steal a piece of the action.
The Black Briars. I've heard the name before. Who exactly are they?
The Blackbriars have
Imare is
Riften
just
in
gonna
their
play
pocket
dumb.
and the Thieves Guild watching their back, so keep your nose out of their
Generally
business.
speaking, when you play dumb,
I'm Maul. I watch the streets
people
for 'em.
give you info.
If you need dirt on anything, I'm your guy.
Like, by
But it'll cost
playing dumb, this dude just opened up to us and told us all this information that he probably should not be telling a stranger. So this is probably not someone we want to intimidate, because this guy's like actual muscle for a major crime boss. So I think the better way to kind of get in with this guy is to just kind of vibe. Dirt, huh? You know, I'm not exactly clean myself.
Then we're speaking the same language. Good. So what do you want to know?
Ah, see, look at that. You get more with honey versus vinegar sometimes. Tell me a bit more about the Black Briars. I actually just spoke with some of the Black Briars, and I'm curious to learn more about what their influence is like in the city.
Well, you got Maven. She pretty much runs the whole operation. She's got friends in high places, if you know what I mean. She's also got ties to the Dark Brotherhood and the Thieves Guild, so basically, no one can touch her. Just remember, if she tells you to do something, you damn well better do exactly what she says.
Okay, well, if there was any doubt that we were going to steal this horse on Maven's behalf, now we definitely are going to do that. Now, you mentioned the Thieves Guild. I've also heard quite a bit around about them in town. I'm new here in the city and learning about the power players in the area. What do you know about the Thieves Guild exactly?
You kidding? My brother Dirge works in their hideout. I used to run with them myself, but took a job with Maven after they started hitting a rough patch. If you want to get in on that action, find Brynjolf in the marketplace. I'm sure he could use someone like you.
Interesting. Okay. I don't think Imare cares too much about the Dark Brotherhood. Yeah, she's not like a contract killer assassin that works for some like quasi-mystic organization. She's just more of kind of a chaos gremlin. We will use some speechcraft though. I did have one last question if you have a moment, my friend.
Need something?
As I said, I'm new in town, and I always appreciate advice from locals, from veterans of the scene. Is there any tip or trick of the trade you might be able to give me?
Nah, I don't think so.
Well, thought I'd ask. A pleasure meeting you, Maul. I'm sure our paths will cross again. Well, that's a positive interaction. Also, while we're here, this is that little note that's, I think it's called, like, Skooma note. Meet me behind the Temple of Mara. Yeah, scribbled note, and it's called Skooma note in the editor ID. I wish that note actually linked back to Wujida and Sarthis and all that, and maybe it will in a future version of Wildlander, because I'd love to give that feedback to the team. Anyway, let's head out of the city and hop on our horsey and then head over to Black Briar Lodge. So this quest, though, what I will say about the Black Briar Lodge, like, promises to keep quests. I love how Griselda's just, like, found her way to the stable. She's such a good horsey. So Black Briar Lodge, and this quest promises to keep, has a pretty annoying bug. Which is that I think Frost is in some, like, weird faction. And I'm wondering if this is a Wildlander thing. They moved Frost to a different What the fuck is that? Holy shit, I think that's a Spriggan. Oh my god. Imare does not want to fight a Spriggan. Neither in character nor out of character. We're gonna get the fuck out of here. Anyway, Maven... Or not Maven. The guards outside of Blackbriar Lodge are in a different faction than Frost. And the reason I think that is, maybe, is because if you steal Frost, it would normally kick you out of all the shrines and everything, because Frost has really high gold values and you couldn't pray at shrines. So I'm wondering if they switched the faction. Whoa, I didn't even see this guy right here. I was just kind of like talking and minding my own business. And I'm like, holy shit, a saber cat. And I'm like, look at this guy right here. I don't want to bother this guy. This guy looks tough. Dude seems to want to kill animals though, so we're not going to leave my horse here either. Anyway, what can this wolf is really aggressive though. Oh, fuck. Alright, we got a problem here. So I already see Frost is engaged in combat up there on that ridge. Bonk. Unfortunately, what can happen is if Frost aggroes the guards, then Frost can die to the guards, and then that will fail the quest. In fact, you can already see that Frost fought this wolf.
You picked a bad time to get lost, friend.
So I'm just gonna play this really safe and just kill these guards right now. From a purely role-playing standpoint, I don't actually want to do this because, like, it would not make sense for Imare to go kill Maven's bodyguards.
Never should have come here.
Oh my god, this dude is stuck behind the rugs. Oh, he got out. But my concern here... Jesus Christ. Let's not die to this guard. That would be really stupid. This dude's kind of beefy. Jesus, we are not doing well here. Okay, kind of recovered there. That was not fantastic, though. Anyway, the only reason we killed these guards is because sometimes Frost can start fighting the guards, and if that happens, then the quest gets failed. and it will immediately move down to this grayed out section, and there's nothing you can do about it. So the solution to that is you just kill the guards. That won't happen. But again, from a role-playing perspective, Imare probably would not be killing the guards. Probably not great if Maven's like, hey, I want you to steal this horse, and then I'm like, cool, I'm gonna steal the horse and murder your entire security team. Okay, so let's get all of these different armor pieces that are super heavy onto Griselda. Incidentally, if you're playing a heavy armored character, this is a fantastic place to get steel plate armor earlier. There's a guard who's in back of the lodge. Kind of pull up our local map. The guard's like right back here. And you can... He's not super hard to fight 1v1. But you can kill him and, you know, get 3 pieces of steel plate armor right away, which is really strong. So as far as the rest of this goes, I don't want to kill the rest of her security team, because that's just really bad form. The good news is it's 1:51 in the morning, so everybody should be asleep in here. In general, if you're breaking into houses, they should be asleep after midnight. But just to be safe, I'm gonna have a Fortify Sneak Potion if I'm able to make one. Ooh, I can't make one. Shoot. Okay. Well, we'll just hopefully not trigger a lot of aggro. If you go through the back door, it's a lot harder to find what you need to find. But, oh, geez, there's a ton of people still moving around. Okay, we're gonna go outside and let all those people go to sleep. Kind of give it a second. Like I said, if you just want to murder everybody, you can just go in there and fight everybody and take their armor, and it's actually a pretty decent haul. But Imare, who's trying not to get in bad with Maven Black Briar. What is this freaking wolf doing? God, the wildlife around here is crazy. I don't know what this wolf is doing. He like goes up and aggroes my horse, and now he's like running away. Like seriously running away too, like running really far away. Ugh, okay. Well, hopefully by now the guards are asleep. So you just heard the weapon drawn of the guard that's in back. I think I can enter here though without him caring. Like, I don't think he'll notice. Jesus, these guards are still not in bed. Okay, we're just gonna sneak in here. So if you go in through that door, the papers that you need to get are just right here anyway. But because my sneak score isn't super high, they might hear me if I walk around. I'm gonna wait until there's no more footsteps, and that means they've probably gone to bed. I think we should be okay. Yeah, I don't hear anything else. Okay. Let's go grab the lineage papers. And then, of course, if you're doing this quest and you're not part of a roleplay arc that involves Maven, you could definitely steal a bunch of stuff in here. But we're not going to do that because we don't want Maven to get pissed at us after we steal her horse. She said steal the horse. She didn't say, like, kill all my guards and steal all my shit. This is the little strong box that Sibbi gave us the key for. Of course, it only has 26 gold in it. Like, Sibbi himself had 5 gems and 70 plus gold, and he's like, no, I got the strong box. I swear, it's all I got. You can have it. I don't see anyone. I think we're okay. Okay, phew. All right, so we didn't aggro any of them. Okay, let's now grab Frost. Yep, we just have to steal Frost. I'll get Griselda to follow me. Sometimes your own horse won't follow you when you're on Griselda, or when you're on Frost. She might follow me. She's kind of going really slow though. If she doesn't follow me, then I might have to backtrack to get her, and that's super annoying, so I would really like her to continue to follow me. Okay. You can also, in this quest, keep Frost. There's a few ways to do that. We're not going to do that. A, because Maven definitely doesn't want us keeping her horse. And then B, because we already have a horse. And then C, because I think Frost's aesthetic is not quite Imare's aesthetic, so it doesn't really make sense for her. Okay. Oh, this fucking wolf is now attacking Griselda! Stupid wolf. Did we kill it? Oh my god, Frost just ran this wolf over. Yup, that's a dead wolf. Okay. Alright, let's keep going. I think Griselda should still be following us. Maybe not. Ugh, she's not. Come on. This quest is buggy enough as is without, like, Griselda just hanging out right here. Oh, great. Now Frost is following me. Ugh. One of the problems with this quest, too, is I think it has a weird interaction. Great, now we got Frost following us. I'm sure that's because Frost is now part of my horse herd. Anyway, there's a weird interaction with the, like, immersive horses mod, or improved horses, and Frost, where I think, like, at this point in time, Frost is considered part of our herd. So before we give Frost to Louis, we're gonna want to dismiss Frost from our herd, and I don't know. I don't really know how to fix this glitch. I feel like I've had this glitch happen a few times. Okay. Yeah, because if I, like, sneak and toggle on Frost, it shows it as one of my horses. Like, if I go to manage horses, it shows Frost is in my herd, which I don't really want. Maybe what I'll do is I'll try to dismiss Frost, and now I'll talk to Louis.
Ha! You've done it!
I think that will solve that bug preemptively.
But you've definitely earned your pay.
So I obviously could try to shake this guy down and steal the horse, but I don't want to do that because that's not part of my arrangement with Maven. She said that she'll take care of Louis. And speaking of my pay, oh,
yes,
fuck,
yes,
the
here
fucking
it is.
wolf is attacking things. God damn it. Oh my god. Okay. Like I said, this quest is just super buggy all over the place. There's like wolves trying to kill the horses. Like Frost is in my herd. It's just a mess. Okay, so that's the end of promises to keep. Sometimes Maven's thug kills Louis Latreche around here. Because by telling Maven we should activate a trigger that one of her thugs will kill Louis. I'm gonna try to follow him. There's another area where we were, like, right around here called Lost Prospect Mine. And Lost Prospect Mine is a gold mine where you can mine a little bit of gold ore if you need that for a quest or an item or something. But I'm not going to show it because there's also a ton of mushrooms in there, but other than that we don't really need to. I'm just curious at this point if we're gonna watch Maven's thugs kill Louis. I'm worried that Louis is just gonna, like, run all the way across the map. Or if he's, like, just gonna hang out here. I don't know where this guy is going. Well, we're currently going in the same direction, so I'm just gonna follow him. I seem to remember when I read the wiki on this quest like a long time ago when it was breaking and I was trying to figure out how to fix it. What the fuck is that green thing? Oh my god, that might be another Spriggan. We do not want to fight Spriggans. I'll happily fight a Spriggan if we have a fire enchantment on our greatsword. But if we don't have that, I really don't want to fight them. Who is killing? What is? Why do you need help, Louis? Is this Maven's thug? No, that's like a legionnaire. God, this quest is super, super buggy. Honestly, I'm only probably increasing the bugginess of it by following Louis. This rogue elk is like chasing us. I wonder if the Spriggan has mind controlled this elk and that's why it's chasing us. I don't know if this guy's gonna lead us anywhere. As I was saying, I'm pretty sure this quest terminates in Whiterun, is where Louis will ride Frost to. But I'm not 100% sure. There's a little watchtower here. Now where is he going? Oh my god. We've like totally broken Louis' AI. There's a little watchtower here called Shore's Watchtower. And I feel like there's always like a little bit more there that I'm missing, but it's really just full of dead storm cloaks. The implication from some of the letters that you'll recover is that an Imperial patrol ambushed them at the watchtower. Okay, I'm pretty sure Louis is just gonna head all the way to Whiterun. Ooh, this is the merchant caravan. Oh, this is way more interesting than Louis. Okay, so we have in our inventory the moon amulet, which we have to return to Kharjo. And Kharjo is in this group, and I think it's this guy here because he's got the like wide bushy face with the cute little beard. Anyway, let's see. Kharjo, is it? It's Imare.
Yes?
No, not you. You're Dromerosh. Kharjo.
How can I assist?
Well, I was able to actually go into that watchtower, and I actually have your amulet.
There it is. Ah, home. If you ever need the skills of a Khajiit warrior by your side, I would be honored to travel with you. Until then, here. This is for you.
Oh, hell yes. Okay, we are definitely going to recruit this guy. We need some muscle in our gang, and it's high time we got a follower for this, even though followers in Wildlander are super buggy, but we're gonna bring this guy into the fold. It's funny you mentioned that, Kharjo. I'm actually looking to start a crew of my own, and I think that you and I might make a good team. So if you're interested, follow me, because I need your help.
Then lead on, friend.
Oh, hell yes.
Moon sugar.
Also having Khajiit companions is really fun. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, before I hit Cragslane, is I'm actually going to backtrack to Shore's Stone and grab some armor that I stashed there for a heavy armor companion. We're going to give it to this guy. So I'm going to stop recording, save, then resume after we've re-equipped Kharjo and hit the road again. So we'll pick back up when we're down by Cragslane Cavern, and then Kharjo and I can do our first criminal operation together. I'm super excited about this. Okay, and we are back. We not only have the lovely Griselda here, but we also have Kharjo, our first member of Imare's gang. I'm so happy that we got a new gang member. I gave Kharjo this dwarven mace that I stole from the guardhouse, and then the armor that he's wearing is all stuff that I had stashed over at Filnjar's house over in Shore's Stone. I'll get him a better shield at some point in time. Kharjo's not like the greatest companion. Like, I think his health is not particularly high. But he's solid, and it's really nice that Imare starts to build out her little gang of Camonna Tong killers. I'm gonna grab some of these flowers. I'm also going to make a few more potions. But then what we're going to do is we're going to head up here, and we're going to go, instead of directly going to, what's it called, Cragslane Cavern, we are making a little pit stop along the road at these cairns that mark a stairwell, and we're going to head up this stairwell and grab some quick loot that's pretty easy to get at low levels. It's not super well guarded, but there's a pretty decent selection in this chest that we're going to go see up here. We're also reaching the point where now that we're getting like followers and companions and horses added, that like things are going to start to become a little buggier. Like Griselda's just going to vanish and Kharjo is going to end up like falling off of cliffs and dying. Oh, there's like a spider around here. Not sure. Oh, it's over there? Where is the spooter? Oh, the spooter's over there. Oh, let's get him, Kharjo. Watch Kharjo die to the spooter. That'd be real sad. Okay, well, Kharjo seems fine and that spider got kind of melted. I wish there was a better way to check Kharjo's health. I can like click on him in the console to learn his health, 158, but without a UI or a HUD, there's really no great way to do that. Okay, so Spooter's dead. Didn't get the venom. I think it got all over our hands. Maybe we did get the venom. I wasn't really listening. No, we didn't get the venom. It got in our hands. So we are headed up along this side.
I don't think there are warm fires and friendly faces inside.
I like Kharjo. It's got that dry humor. It's gonna go really well with Imare. Let's grab some more snowberries and other ingredients too. Okay, let's have our horse wait outside, and we're gonna go in here. One of the priorities at this point is going to be getting some restoration magic for Imare, so that way we can use healing aura on Kharjo, so that way he'll heal up in between fights. So we are in Northwind Mine, which is right here along the side. Whoops, hit that a little early. Right here along the side of the mountain, just at the East March rift border. It's not super well defended. I think there's just a couple skeletons in here. Like one of them has a bow. We definitely want to kill this one with the bow first, because that's the one that could cause problems. And we're just gonna let Kharjo fight this skeleton here and hopefully not die. Then there's a little block skill book here. I think a trap just triggered, but I'm not 100% sure. We'll grab a little necklace. I don't know if someone else is coming. And there's a little chest here we'll open as well. But at the top of this mine, there is a word wall, which at higher levels has a dragon perched on it, which obviously we don't want to mess with for a long time in a Dead is Dead run. Like, you can maybe kind of cheese dragons early on, but we don't want to risk it. Look at this. Okay. Goodbye, Mr. Skeleton. Nothing too great on him. Oh gosh, this is scary. So what can happen here sometimes is I feel like NPCs will walk through this rubble and like instantly die. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell Kharjo to wait right here. And I'm just gonna walk through that rubble. And then I'll explore up here without him. There must have been a trap in the ceiling that opened up. But anyway, NPCs can sometimes hit those boulders and just immediately die and break their legs. And it's kind of a sad way for Kharjo to go. Okay, so if you come here at a higher level, I think like after level 16. Hold on, we gotta like cut around here and kill this dude. Eee. Let's not die to the skeletons, that'd be really stupid. Okay, I don't think we're gonna die to the skeletons. Okay, no more skeletons. So anyway, at the top of that mine is Northwind Summit. And at a higher level, there's a dragon perched up there, so obviously if you're a higher level, don't go up this way or you're probably gonna die. But at our level, there is no such dragon, which means we can hear the Nordic choir again. Let's get our music back on, so we can quickly hear our Nordic symphony. Imare is like, oh hell, one of these weird runes again. What is going on here? Imare is like, it's kind of cool, but I don't really know what it is. At this point, for Imare, it's just like kind of a cool little detail in the world, but not something she's going to follow up on. Okay, then we're going to check out this chest. There can be some really decent items in here. Ooh, really nice stuff. Okay, so we have a necklace that we might use. Good soul gems. The thing I'm really excited for, though, is the shield, which we're going to give to Kharjo. That's a big upgrade for Kharjo versus the one he's currently using. Then the other thing, there's some, like, ruined books up here. There's some alchemy ingredients. I think this is like an old mining camp. There's also mammoth tusks that you can get. Which we can powder down and make into powdered mammoth tusk. We do that right now. And powdered mammoth tusk is a really good ingredient for restore stamina potions, so we're happy to have some of those. We'll also sneak into this chest here. But yeah, there's like a smelter up here. So I assume this is where the miners of this mine had their encampment before the skeletons and the dragons kind of moved in and muscled them out. Or maybe these skeletons are the miners. Never even thought of that till now. I'm guessing those were the miners and they just got warped by some dark magic and now they've gone evil. Wonder if there's more stuff up there. I'm not 100% sure. Anyways, that's the end of this kind of detour in Northwind Mine and Northwind Summit. I'm going to stop recording and then head over to Cragslane Cavern, and then Kharjo and I are going to bust up this rival Skooma gang, so I'll be right back. Also, just check out this view. It's just gorgeous. This would be even nicer with like a beautiful sunset or something, but this is still really pretty and just kind of reminds me of why we all love Skyrim and how pretty it is. So anyway, enjoy the view and we'll be right back. Okay, so I was just kind of wandering along here, minding my own business, when I came across this massive battle between a bunch of Stormcloaks and Legionnaires. We're at this crossroad right here between Eastmarch and the Rift. Oh geez, looks like there's more battle happening. So from a roleplay standpoint, I generally don't loot these people unless they're not paying attention or if I ask them. And the reason for that is because I can't imagine that these soldiers would be very happy with like this random criminal civilian going along and stealing all their gear from their dead companions, even their dead enemies, honestly. Some of these guys have really good stuff, like this mage right here has some apprentice robes, got a good hood, he's got some cool boots and orcish daggers. They have some decent stuff. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to roleplay this. We're going to go find whoever looks like their ranking officer.
What are your thoughts on all this?
And then ask that person for permission. I don't even know if they have a ranking officer. The ranking officer might be dead. I don't know. It's not looking good for the ranking officer. Does he have a oh, there's the ranking officer. Okay, so who's second in command? Probably one of these mage dudes with the hood. Is there anyone else? Oh, there's a few mage dudes with the hood.
How'd you end up here?
Okay, I don't know who's in charge here. We're just gonna say it's this guy right here. This guy's kind of walking towards me.
But it's true in my case.
Let's roleplay this and see if this guy will let me loot some of the dead. Excuse me there, soldier. Saw that you had quite the battle here. Congratulations are in order.
The Legion's always looking for strong, capable warriors. If you think you've got what it takes, our headquarters is in Solitude.
You know, I will keep that in mind if I ever find my way up in the Solitude area. I actually had another question for you, a bit of a proposal if you don't mind.
Need something?
Well, you see, we are deep in Stormcloak territory, as I'm sure you know, and I would hate for a Stormcloak patrol to come across these dead men and their equipment, their armor and their weapons, and repatriate them for the Stormcloak cause. I am a traveling merchant and would be happy to collect those items and sell them at the nearest Imperial outpost once I pass through the region. Does this sound amenable to you?
Okay. Talk me into it. Need
Oh,
something?
yes. Oh, this guy's like, this lady, sure, whatever, just stop talking to me. Okay, so we got that guy's permission to loot bodies. Because that guy's an Imperial, from a role-playing standpoint, I'm just going to roleplay that we can take Stormcloak loot. Like, we're not going to be able to loot all the dead Imperials around here. I'm going to assume they're going to, like, burn their own dead. I don't know if this is an Imperial or a Roman, hahaha. An Imperial or a Stormcloak. His name's Ulfgar, which suggests he's a Nord, so I'm just going to take all this shit. This heavy stuff isn't worth as much from a value per weight standpoint. Like, it's really just not very efficient. The light stuff's great though. Like, this is value per weight is 28, which is awesome. I think there was a mage. Yeah, there's another mage over here. Let's just do our little power attack trick and be careful not to stab the legionnaires. They're gonna kill us in one salvo of arrows. So, you don't have to do it this way. You literally could just take all of the gear from everybody and no one's actually gonna care. But, because I'm doing a little bit of role-playing, and just to show off a little bit about like my own play style, I am gonna just do it this way. Alright, so let's just dump all this random crap that we looted on Griselda. And then let's continue on our way. Ooh, I forgot this guy. Oh no, that was the heavy armored guy. Okay. Glad we could help out the Imperials by taking all that shit. Oh, that's really funny. I wonder if there's anything good on this guy right here. Ooh, this lady. Not really. We'll take the silver stuff. Yeah, we'll just take the silver arrow and keep moving. Anyway, so that's a roleplay way that you can kind of negotiate those battles if you come across them. As far as Cragslane goes, before we hit that drug den, I do want to hit something else first, which is a little kind of wizard campsite that's over here just by Cragslane. So Cragslane, the entrance to it is at these cairns. And we're kind of at the foot of the trailhead along this little stretch of road. So we're going to head up this way and it kind of switchbacks up to the top. And then once we get up there, what we'll do is detour slightly away from Cragslane Cavern, or Cragslane Cave, whatever it's called, and go hit this wizard first. Actually, I think it switchbacks this way. I always get lost here. Like, I think I always end up going up that path, but I think the actual trail leads this way. Anyway, so once we get up to the top, there's a wizard and her little camp there, and oh fuck, that's a saber cat. Oh my god. Oh no! Don't kill Kharjo! Ooh, that is super scary. Saber cats are really, really scary. Ugh, Kharjo, are you okay, buddy? Let me check his health. Jesus, 31. Kharjo straight up almost died there.
What can I do for you, friend?
Ooh, that was really scary.
I will show
Let's give Kharjo a healing potion. Ugh, unfortunately I don't have one he can use. Kharjo, I think all of the followers can't actually recognize potions made via alchemy, so like you have to give them stock potions. Also, if you played Wildlander before, you're probably like, why are you worried about Kharjo's health? Like, he's protected, he can't actually die. So, when I play Wildlander, I go into the followers framework and disable the settings that list Kharjo as protected. And I disable the settings that show Kharjo as ignoring attacks from me. So that way I have to be more careful when I'm fighting around Kharjo. And it also means that Kharjo could legitimately die in battle. Definitely optional, you don't have to do that, but I think it makes for a more rewarding and challenging Dead is Dead experience. Okay, so we're over here, kind of just above Cragslane Cavern. I think this place is called like Ansilvund or something. And there's a wizard. Oh, you can see her there. She's kind of behind the cooking spit. This wizard sometimes has some really fantastic robes on her, which Imare is not going to use, but I am going to grab them just to kind of show you can get this, and also just to see what she's got. It is super important we kill this lady in one hit, though, partially because I don't want Kharjo to die, but then also partially because she's got good spells, and she's got like this purple robe, which is the same robe that the court mage has, so she's probably pretty powerful. Anyway, I poisoned the sword. We're just going to run up on this lady and try to kill her in one hit. And then we'll hope that Kharjo doesn't die. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, let's get her.
Never should have come here.
Okay, whew, that was scary. I don't know what she summoned and I kind of don't want to know. So as far as items on her goes, she has this potion which we're going to give to Kharjo. She's got some alchemy ingredients and a cloak. This is a really, obviously a fantastic robe. If you were a lower level, you could come by here and ambush her, just like shoot her with a bow with some poison from afar and steal her robe. And then of course, because we must add to our collection, we have to steal her shoes. There's some more stuff you can grab around here, and there's like a cooking spit. And then, poor Kharjo's getting all cold. There's some alchemy ingredients in these barrels. There's like some random gold in this chest. Sometimes there's like a soul gem. Okay, 2 septums, not very good. And then there's alchemy ingredients here that we'll definitely take. Whoops. This is a no HUD fail. And then there's another potion in here. We'll grab that also. Okay, and then I'm gonna give Kharjo this other health potion, and I'm gonna give him both of them, honestly. And then hopefully he uses one of those soon and doesn't die. One of our priorities is getting restoration magic, so I can use the restore health aura on him, so he'll recover health passively. Because right now he's not recovering at all. He's still at 31 HP, and he'll die if he hits 0. He's not going to enter a knockdown state. So that's Ansilvund. Ansilvund, that's what it's called. Not Ansil, whatever I said before. Inside there's a bunch of other necromancers and wizards. You can kind of cheese it with stealth, but if you try to just fight them head on at a low level without magic resistance, you're probably going to die. Because some of those spells will literally just kill you in one hit. We do not have a lot of magic resistance, and we're also playing on a permadeath run, so us going to fight a bunch of random necromancers in their lair is probably not the best idea. But what we are going to do is go hit Cragslane Cavern. This is going to be a redemption drug den robbery after that last one that we had a few episodes ago. Okay, let's get our wolf cabbage stew, our tomato soup. Let's use a bone of Hircine. And let's get our stamina regeneration going. Okay, and then Kharjo, my chief enforcer of my newly formed gang. You ready to brawl, buddy? Let's fucking go. This guy's got a warhammer. We're gonna rush this guy down with a power attack.
Bad time to get lost,
Oh, I didn't kill him. Oh, hell yes. Kill move, though. Kharjo's excited. He's like, yeah, now that is how it's done. Nice work, Kharjo. Kharjo didn't actually do anything, but I appreciate his enthusiasm. The Cragslane bandits are so bad. Like, we're over here at this Cragslane Cavern, but they, like, keep these dogs... Oh, he did use the healing potion. That makes me feel a lot better. They keep these dogs in cages for, like, fighting dogs. It's really horrible. Anyways, if Imare didn't need another reason to murder these people... Alright, Kharjo and I are just gonna go in here, just like sword swinging. Kharjo also has like, he cast a spell at one point, now it's just hanging out there in his fist, and he's got like this like fist of justice thing going on. It actually looks kind of cool. Kharjo's up to 132 health as well, so I feel really good about that. Okay, Cragslane, you could do this stealthily. I'm not gonna bother. We're just gonna kill everything that moves, starting with that loser. Use a little destruction magic to start off. Then when Kharjo gets closer, I'll stop. Okay. Where is Kharjo? Kharjo, where did you go? Oh my god, Kharjo's like way over here. Ugh, I love Kharjo just like beast moding people. This guy's trying to run away. This guy literally doesn't even have a weapon. Kharjo, I want you to smash this dude's face. Get him, Kharjo. Kharjo, kill this man. Kharjo, this is an initiation for you. Dude, you just missed. Now this dude's hitting me. Oh, we got a backup coming. There we go. Alright, Kharjo. You're gonna kill this guy too. Oh, don't kill Kharjo. Oh, hell yeah, Kharjo. Oh, fuck yeah. You and me make a great team, buddy. Kharjo's like, why did you let this guy hit me? He's not thrilled with my tests right there. Okay, so Cragslane Cavern, this guy here, the butcher. This is Sarthis, Idren's employer, and this is the really horrible, like, dog fighting operation they've got going on. And then all these dead guys are, like, people just betting on the dog fights.
Yes?
I think Kharjo got smacked in the face with that hammer, so I am gonna give him another potion.
Good.
And then to get in some of the chests around here, you just gotta go find that bartender dude. This guy, god, look at his arms, like super broken behind his body because Kharjo just whacked him with a mace. Anyway, we're gonna grab his key. Then we're gonna go on behind the counter here. Grab some coin from the chest. There's some moon sugar and skooma. There's a lock-picking skill book here. And then you hear the wolves howling. That's because there's more of those dogs that are just in cages, which again, super, super sad. I'm not sure if Imare might free them. Imare also might just kill these dogs just to, like, I don't know. It's really sad. No good answers here. But they're not hostile unless you open this, then I think they attack you. So let's see what's in the big chest right here. Hopefully some good stuff as we rob this operation. Nothing fantastic. The health potions aren't bad though, because like we'll give those to Kharjo and he'll definitely use them. Then there's some alchemy ingredients we'll take. There's some skooma here, some more moon sugar, a bunch more skooma over here. We'll steal from their lockbox, we'll take all these ruined books, make those into paper. So decent kind of haul from this. Anyway, so overall though, that is our Camonna Tong 2.0's first successful drug raid, starring... Drug raid makes it sound like we're actually working with the cops, which I guess we are in the sense that like the Jarl of Riften gave us permission to go hit this guy, but we're just doing this kind of on our own. Anyway, Imare and her chief enforcer Kharjo are pretty happy with their progress. Nice work team, nice work Kharjo. So I hope everyone enjoyed this kind of more RP and crime focused episode. We'll be back next time. I'm not sure where Imare is going to go from here. Like, we'll probably just go back to town and sell a bunch of stuff. And we'll see where her crime spree and her serial killing collecting, where that takes her next time. But thanks everybody for watching, and if you have any feedback, let me know here or on Discord. And then I will see you all next time as we continue Imare's crazy antics across the province. So I'll see you then. Bye.